Hello and welcome back to another Thoughts from the Loo. This is Letty Lou, and it is Wednesday, September 18th, 2024, right? Yes. It's been a long day, you guys. So, there have been a lot of complaints about modern healthcare system and how everything works. I screwed up my elbow back in March. We had a big old end of season heavy wet snowstorm, and Squatch texted me that morning saying before he left for work he went to snowblow, sheared a pin in the snowblower, and he was able to shovel the driveway and the sidewalk, but he didn't do in front of the mailbox. And we've always had issues with our post getting delivered, so I knew I was expecting a delivery, and if there was the slightest bit of snow in front of the mailbox, she wouldn't stop at my driveway and walk up the clear driveway to drop the box off at the door, because my mail lady sucks. But anyway, I digress. I set the boys up with a movie, bundled up, and went out, and I shoveled. The next day, I had a chiropractor appointment, and I mentioned to him that my elbow and my arm was just sore. And I said so I know it's from shoveling. So he did a little bit of work, and it relieved the pain. But by the weekend, I was just severe pain all weekend long. So I called him on Monday, and I was like, "Can I get in for you just to take a look at this today?" So I went in, and he did a more in-depth review, like exam, and he's like, "Yeah, your radius is a little bit out of joint." So he popped back in, and I mean the pain relief was immediate, so that was good. But since then, I've just had there's a constant ache in like the elbow area, and there are days where like if I go to grab something, like I might be able to pick it up, but then the pain just skyrockets at my arm, and I'll have to drop it. Um, I can't always just like reach and point at something. I can't like point at you or point at my phone or something like that, and just other things. And it's been frustrating. So I get I do a chiropractor visit monthly, and he would always work on it. And he said it's nothing that he can do anymore. So I said, well, I'm going to see my GP in July. I'll get a referral for physical therapy or something, or ortho. She looked at it and she said, no, we're not going to do ortho. Let's get you over to like therapy. And I said, okay. So I get the call from the rehabs department with Mayo, and they said, okay, well, we'll schedule you for physical therapy. Well, first available appointment is September. I'm like, what's another 2 months going to hurt? It's already been 4. So I kept getting offers for earlier appointments, and none of them like would work with my schedule, just because it would usually be like the morning of, and they're like, oh, we have an opening in an hour. Can you make it? I was like, no, I need childcare, you nitwits. So Squatch had taken the half day last Thursday, and I had just walked out of the chiropractor's office with Mr. Mann because he started getting chiropractic. And I have a voicemail, and it was from physical therapy. And they said, the therapist has looked over your file and has decided that you need occupational therapy instead. Please call us to reschedule. So I thought a few choice words. Then I called back and I said, hey, this is what's going on. They're like, okay, yeah, we need to reschedule you. We can fit you in next Friday. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to take that appointment because I need to get this done. It's been 6 months, and I've now had to turn down 3 concert opportunities because I can't hold the oboe to play, which is disappointing because I was really excited to get back into playing. But I was just like, well, I told her, I said, this is kind of silly that I get the call an hour before my appointment is scheduled to say that this isn't going to work, that I need to do something else. She's like, well, it's up to the physical therapist. And I said, well, I said, honestly, I said, my biggest pet peeve is because I have childcare arranged for today. I said, I'm just lucky it was my husband and I don't have somebody driving an hour, like my mother-in-law, to come and watch the kids, or that I don't have to drop them off somewhere because this is kind of annoying. And she's like, well, no explanation. No, nothing. And I don't know if it's just the modern healthcare system, the way that insurance is everybody just stacking people in, lack of providers or just a lack of consideration. But it's so freaking frustrating, especially because I've just been in, it's just been constant pain for 6 months, and I'm just looking forward to not being in pain. I mean, I'll wear a sling to rest it. I've got like the sleeves. I've got a plain one. I've got one infused with copper. I've done heat. I've done ice. I've done painkillers. I've done icy hot, comfrey salve, just everything I can think of, and nothing has helped it. So I'm hoping when I go next Friday that the OT person will say, okay, this is what we can do for you. And it's going to be good, instead of them looking at it and be like, oh, yeah, no, we do need to refer you to ortho, because if I have to get referred to orthopedics, I'm going to be really, really, really pissed off.